Lighting. Beautiful lighting requires energy at a cost. And it's not just a financial expense, it's an environmental cost as well. However, energy efficiency remains the most cost-effective and environmentally sound strategy for addressing New York's energy, environmental, and economic development goals. Indeed, capturing the full benefits of energy efficiency is a national, even global challenge, one that New York State is meeting every day through its investment in research, development, and innovation. When almost 40% of total energy expense for most buildings goes towards lighting, effectively and efficiently managing lighting resources is a very wise investment. The New York State Lighting Controls Training Program addresses the need to conserve energy and control costs. It's just a better way to do things. The Energy Independence and Security Act of 2007 has helped usher in a period of governmental focus on energy efficiency, including sweeping changes in the area of lighting. The law has reduced allowable wattage for incandescent lamps that provide the same amount of lighting. Over time, we will witness the complete retirement of all incandescent lamps as LED technology becomes the norm. There's no doubt about it, we will all be impacted by the green movement.
The lighting controls program was developed because NYSERDA and New York State recognize that we need to be more energy efficient, and we also need to start simply using less kilowatt hours. Lighting controls, integrating with other building controls models, gives us an opportunity to make those changes.
Saving money on energy is a significant reason for increasing the use of lighting controls, but lowering our state's carbon footprint is equally important. Like so many NYSERDA-funded projects, the Lighting Controls Training Program furthers New York's mandate to be green. The Lighting Controls Training Program features the strengths and combined knowledge of 3 forward-looking organizations. This comprehensive course and certification extends the skills of New York State certified electricians by providing them with state-of-the-art instruction in the installation and management of lighting control systems.
The New York State Lighting Controls Program is a collaboration of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Training Programs, the National Electrical Contractors Association, employers, as well as NYSERDA, in order to draft, formulate, and form a program that will fit the energy needs of New York State.
The program's rigorous curriculum is fast-paced and finely targeted. Because all students are already state-certified electricians, significant prerequisite knowledge is required. The goal is to deliver instruction that covers all aspects of lighting controls, including system design, installation, and programming.
And what we try to do that's different in New York State is that we try to do more of the programming end of the controls. I think most of them can install the controls, but talking to the vendors out there, if they're not programmed correctly, then it's really of no use to the consumer.
We're going to pick Light 1-1.
The Lighting Controls Program features 3 separate yet fully integrated training components. Beginning with online training, participants receive foundational information about energy saving strategies and state-of-the-art lighting and control technologies. All students are then required to progress through the traditional classroom instruction, where they are immersed in the finer details of switches, dimmers, controls, building codes, and lighting management. And finally, the students move into the vitally important hands-on labs, which is the culmination of all their learning up to that point. The labs provide them with real-world lessons that they will then take into the field.
You will see, that's one of the last lessons. You're going to go through this whole program. That is actually one of our last lessons when you get to actually do hands-on.
I believe that the hands-on part of the training is just as important as the book work itself. Just because you read something in a book doesn't necessarily mean you can apply that to the field. You need to be well-rounded on both fronts.
Okay guys, next we're going to do Lab 12, and that's the graphic guide. So what we're going to do is wire up 4 lighting zones, and then we're going to program the scenes.
The lab boards assist those people who are training in our program for real-time situations because they are exactly the same things that are sold either over the counter or that are used by architects in planning and building new systems. In other words, it's the same occupancy sensor, the same watt stopper, the same lighting controls that people are needing and architects are specifying.
The programming of the devices on our boards are very important because they give a real-life application. They can simulate an office or they can simulate a classroom, and they have the lights on the boards that will show them how it's going to perform out on the job.
Many will benefit from this training. The list includes consumers, electrical contractors, electricians, designers, architects, engineers, and building owners.
I think the impact of the program is going to be substantial for the electrical industry. It'll provide growth for our contractors, an expanded customer base, and allow for expanded job opportunities for the electricians that our contractors employ.
The electrical contractors within the state of New York are embracing it because they realize that this is going to be very beneficial to their customers, and they're also hopefully promoting the use of this new technology with their old customers and bringing it up to their possible new customers.
As an impact on the entire electrical industry, I think it'll be big business. As you hear it, it's the buzzword is energy savings, and the bottom line is the dollar. And if you can cut your costs, it's one big way of really helping your business survive and move forward.
Lighting controls training is needed to meet the rapidly growing demand with both new construction and retrofit projects. New York State and NYSERDA are being very proactive with energy-efficient lighting projects, and this unique training program provides a qualified workforce to support those efforts.
Well, I believe electrical contractors want to put the best product they can in the market to service our customers. Obviously, the better trained we are as electricians, the more productive we're going to be in the field, to make our customers happy.
Some of the areas we're looking for to train in green technology is solar, wind technology, and definitely lighting control, all of which will save a customer in the end a lot of money and create more work.
The increase in the need for lighting control systems is attributed to obviously energy consumption costs rising and the need to limit those costs that each of these facilities have, which again makes up about 30% of their overall operational cost.
If you don't change to meet the demands of what's out in the field, you'll be left behind. So as a result of that, we need to be very proactive in getting ahead of the curve, taking advantage of these skill improvement programs so that we meet the technological needs of what the industry is putting out in the marketplace. If we don't do that, then we'll be left behind and we won't be competitive.
I think it's being embraced very positively by contractors and apprentices. And now that they are getting that particular training, we see a lot more enthusiasm. Like anything else, if you learn it, you begin to know it, you become very comfortable with it, and therefore you're able to perform.
At the conclusion of the New York State Lighting Controls Training Program, each successful student is awarded a certificate of completion. These credentials will not only provide them with additional work opportunities, but will also align their occupational efforts with the energy conservation goals of our state and country.
There's a lot of contracts that are coming out now that require the training. If I don't have the training, I cannot go after those projects. With this training, with the certificates that the employees will receive, I can prove that my credentials and be more aggressive with these projects.
Not only are they now certified in efficient lighting control systems, but it will help them to become a more well-rounded electrician and, in the end, make them more employable.
The New York State Lighting Controls Training Program is offered at 14 locations across New York State and is professionally delivered and managed by participating IBEW training centers. Formed by a strong partnership and fueled with comprehensive curriculum and innovative instruction techniques, this unique and far-reaching training program is a model of innovative thinking. And above all else, the genesis of the program is rooted in efforts to reduce our electric consumption and overall carbon footprint.
The impact from a green standpoint of view is pretty simple. It's that the user will simply use less electricity. and they will use it more efficiently and also in a better manner. In other words, it'll save them money, it will save a lot of kilowatt hours, and it's quite simply just a better way to do things.
For more information, please call or visit the website of your local International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers organization or your area chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association.